is. Zero martial training. It's Joe. This is Zero martial training. We're going to start looking at footwork, starting with Wing Chun as our base with this, and then extending through to others. So we're going to look at Wing Chun footwork here. We're going to start from the simplest out to a little bit more advanced. All this too can have, we're going to have separate trainings for them, but this is just a look at what they are. So within Wing Chun, we start some of our forms this way. All right. So it's the feet together. So leaving arms and everything else out, we're just looking at the feet and the legs. So when we open into our form, we go put our weight into our heels. We open, moving through the knees, so knee power, and then we switch our weight onto the balls of the feet, bringing the knees in and having the heels out, and then we rest into the heels. All right. A lot of people find this weird. A lot of people have a misunderstanding what's happening here. So a lot of people, when they see me go into this stance, they think I'm then going to go like this at them, right? That is not what's happening here. All right, so with this, we are able to rotate, all right? You can see my center remains the same while this has changed position. So the heels are connected into the ground, all right? So if I'm punching, all right, and then I add my twist into it, all right, I am now strong in the strike. Still this position, still the same position. So I'm punching someone directly, all right? So we're sitting, engaging glutes, engaging quads, and rotating through the knees, twisting through. So this, if I'm going to move forward, I'd actually be doing multiple movements, all right? So my opponent's in front, I would step offline and then reposition as I turn towards him, all right? So I am now off his line of attack and I've cut him on a 45. This will let his strikes go past me and puts me into his side position, which may be that rectangle, the table with two legs, all right? So you position yourself down into this position to take them out. So with the Wing Chun, we're really working with 45s a lot, all right? So with this, I like to call it turning on a dime, all right? So I can go all the way to the side, and this is sitting horse, all right? I can't remember the Wing Chun, the Chinese versions. I just know how to do the movements, all right? So here, I would sit. So this allows me to be balanced. So I can kick, I can do whatever here, and I'm balanced. All right, from here, which is called thrusting horse. So we push, and I like to call it rear wheel drive. All right, so I'm going in this direction. I'm not lifting my foot and then pulling myself. My foot lifts, which in our self-defense training, when we're working in reality on the street, there's curbs and everything. We want to lift to step over any possible obstacles. All right, but if I go this direction, I'm pushing, push. That allows me to be more powerful. So I can't step and push. I have to thrust to push through. All right? So if I thrust and push through, I can then land here, turn. Now I'm this direction. Boom. If there's an obstacle, I can step, push. All right? So very basic. And to go back, so when we're in this position, this is a triangle. So triangles are very strong. Triangles exist as a principle throughout Wing Chun structurally. So if we imagine we're the leg of a bridge, water's coming through. If we have this triangle, the water will disperse outwards. If we're flat and we're square, it'll punish us. So this allows that triangulation to create more of a deflection than a blocking. We do not want to smash to block. That causes damage to us. All right, it's more of deflecting. All right. So a really fun drill that we can do to expand on all of this is step to the side, point, forward, sit, and we go backwards, we push. All right. Rear wheel drive to the direction you're going. Sit back, push, push off, point, push, push back, back to the center. All of this helps you focus on repositioning, attacking on 45s, and using that rear wheel drive, right? Again, sitting in the heels. And the heels is important in close combat. Wing Chun is a system designed around close quarters combat, right? It's not my opponent is 3 feet away from me and I'm going to get to him, right? This is, you'd probably be in your boxing, come in, once you're in wrist to wrist type position, that's when you sit, that's where it is. And it's also good to practice this because a lot of people say you don't want to fall onto your heels. Well, we don't fall onto our heels, we sit onto our heels. So it's a position that we can then attack from any general position. I get forced back, I sit. I don't fall. I sit, I remain balanced and drive through from that. So this is where we start with that. So from the Wing Chun, we can very easily move into the boxing. All right, so as you saw before, from sitting here, all I'm doing is bringing my knee down to here. So based on positioning, so the knee bent, basically this knee to ankle is basically a straight line. Now you want to create hip to knee, all right? Instead of the 100% weight here with the vest, this is more of a 50-50, because this is more a dynamic movement, right? This is when your opponent is 3 feet away from you and you need to get to him, all right? So with this, we're not necessarily pushing off. Again, using the calf muscle, we're allowing for full extension and we drive through the knee, all right? And then the natural flexion will occur, right? If I need extra, then yes, then I can push off that, all right? That's extra, but not necessary. And here we can also do a turn on the dime, all right? Same type of thing, all right? And with all these footworks, there's multiple directions you can go in, different drills that we will get into. But it's really using the same principle-based stuff. And within these, there's, again, the triangles. So let's go back again to the Wing Chun. So there's the triangle caused by the feet. There's a triangle created here that you can see. Another triangle here. Another triangle here. These are all structural, right? And each one has their muscle groups that are supporting them. All right, when we go into this, then we still have that triangle. We have the triangle created there. We have still have this triangle here. All right, we have another triangle created here. So these are all triangles. The triangles exist throughout the body, and if you position yourself in these ways, you're naturally in a stronger position with the muscles to support you. All right, so it's about alignments as well. All right, so another thing to worry about when you are fighting is that the knee is very vulnerable. Right? We don't want to position the knee directly forward because it doesn't take much pressure to knock it back. All right, so we want to have that little curve turn in. So if I get hit here, it'll fold in. All right, the main points that we want to protect our knee when we're working through our footwork is the direct side, and the direct side, because this here will just break. So the safest place is back here. So we want to create a position where we can turn into it. So when we're in our ready stance, we want to make sure that our knee is turned in, all right? So this helps us protect our knee from any direct shots, all right? So it allows us to more easily bend or fold with it, all right? Instead of banging right back or even sideways, being like right here. So we want to have that slight roll, toe in like the Wing Chun stance, allows for that flow. And also the bonus here is that this knee is creating an obstacle for the groin, all right? So it's a twofold protection, all right? So another thing we want to look at is where the toes point, the power goes, all right? So I don't want to be out here punching like this. I don't want to be here punching like this because my toes are now spread out. My power is going 2 different directions. And also when you're a lot of people, this is their fighting stance, right? Their foot's turned this way, and then they twist into it. The twist is good, but if you look, part of your body's going backwards, when you want all of you going forwards into the strike, right? Think of it as like sprinting, right? Toes pointing forward, towards, right? We want to start with this back foot pointing towards the target. Same with Wing Chun, it sits there. Same here, it sits there, right? When we're walking, feet forward, right? Come back to that standing, walking, natural position, right? Everything comes forward, right? So I start here, all of me moves forward instead of starting here and part of me goes backwards, then I move forwards. So toes point where your power wants to go. So I could either turn on the balls of the feet, strike, or I could turn on my heels, strike. Wherever I am striking, I want my toes pointing, all right? So where the toes are pointing, the power is going.